Okay, so I just started to record this video and then I dropped my poor little camera. I'm sorry, camera. I'm gonna put the strap on my hand now, and I'm gonna make you feel like there's an earthquake happening. So, hi everybody. Welcome to the Lost Begotten channel. You know that cheesy thing that I say before I start videos. I don't really know what else the hell to say because I'm not very good at making videos. But anyways, one thing I am good at is saltwater aquariums. I've been keeping saltwater aquariums since I was 7 years old. Since as long as I've been living in America, consistently, I've pretty much consistently had saltwater aquariums. Even when I was broke, I almost considered getting something like this and putting it in my car. That's how addicted to saltwater aquariums I used to live in my car. Yeah. But you know, computer with the 2 flat screens and the mini fridge and the hanging clothes rack I thought was fancy enough. So no saltwater aquarium for the get a real computer wreck car, race car. Anyways, this video is to demonstrate the cheapest possible saltwater aquarium. So say you want to grow coral, you want to have some hermit crabs, maybe one little tiny fish that's really pretty. Okay, get you a little $16 LED light, not a $5 shop light like I have, but you got $16 LED lights that'll clamp on the side of this thing. This is a piece of glass you can go get just like a window pane from Home Depot to fit a little tank like this. Is a 2-gallon tank. Okay, and this hand is not very stable when it's holding the strap like that. I'm sorry, the whole damn video's probably been shaking. So what I have on the back of here is an AquaClear 20, the cheapest possible AquaClear filter. Some live sand. You can just buy a small bag of Carib Sea sand or get your local pet store. The whole idea is, say you got a saltwater shop near your house and you don't know nothing about saltwater. Okay? I'm going to tell you all you need to know right now. Get yourself a couple of distilled water bottles. Okay? And drink the water, whatever. Okay? Water your plants, I don't care. You need some distilled water bottles. Perfectly clean, sanitized water bottles. You take them to the pet store and you ask for 2 gallons of water. You go to PetSmart or Walmart, buy yourself a little 5-gallon tank. Doesn't matter what size, what shape. I like just the regular old aquarium because this AquaClear filter, this is made by Hagen. It's a German company that makes all kinds of pet stuff. They own a company called Fluval, which now makes this, so keep an eye out for Fluval. And that AquaClear, I don't know if it's showing up, AquaClear, one word, capital C. That is the best, most reliable filter there is, okay? And I have $20 filter, $5 in Chemipure, about $10 worth of sand and live rock. Okay, so go to your pet store with your 2 empty jugs. Get them to fill it with salt water. You can take it right out of their tanks and you can put it right into your tank. Get them to give you, if you don't want to buy a bag of Carib Sea sand, get them to give you a pound of sand. Or, 5 pounds, whatever. Just like a couple of pounds. 3 pounds should be fine. I think that's probably about 3 pounds right there. Maybe a pound and a half. Okay, that's not much sand. All right, you can see the bottom of the tank right there, and that's fine because if you get enough current in there for it to work, you're gonna have a little tiny spot like that. That's fine. You put rocks on it. Take these little pebbles and stack it on there and cover it up later. All right, so all you got to do, put your sand in your tank. Get them to sell you $5 worth of rubble pieces. Okay, live rock, right? Put the sand in, put the rock in. This is about $1.50 worth of live rock right there. Okay, so you want a nice little stack, make yourself a nice little miniature reef. Okay, and think of this as a bonsai aquarium. So you want to get everything you get, you want to have like little intricate shapes like that. So when you put it all together, it all looks bigger than it is when you get up close to it. And you can achieve a really cool effect with a tiny little 2 gallon tank like this. Okay. So then all you have to do, get yourself a little hose, okay, and go back to the pet store after you fill it up, get 1 bottle of fresh water and 1 bottle of salt water. Once the tank water starts to clear up, take half the water out, put your fresh salt water in. Okay, you can wait a week and do that. Basically, the idea is all you need to do to maintain a tank like this is spend about $5 a week and go to the pet store once a week. Because if you just change out 1 gallon of water a week, this becomes just as good as their reef tanks. And what you want to do is ask them to give you the water out of their tanks. Okay, because that water is going to have plankton and all kinds of stuff in it. And they can spare 1 gallon at a time. Alright? Especially if it gives them a customer who's going to be buying corals and stuff. And once this tank gets established, and you know, talk to the people, make friends with them, and they'll help you keep track of when you're ready for something. You tell them how long it's been set up, alright? Tell them what kind of lights you got, and you know, you've been buying their seawater. And chances are most little saltwater places are mom and pop enough to where you'll see the same person every time when you go in there, you know? So this is 10, 15, 20, $40 plus a light, your choice between like $10 and $20. Okay, so that's $57. And within a month, you can start putting frags in there and growing corals. And by the way, saltwater and freshwater from an aquarium store cost just about as much as freshwater does from the store. Okay, so you're just basically, all you got to do is buy bottled water from the saltwater store. And, you know, you'll spend maybe $5 a week on little tiny rocks that you just find in their aquariums. You say, hey, can I have that little rock? And it's no problem. They'll just weigh it up for you, or just be like, you go in there and say, hey, I want to buy $5 a rock. Can you give me a bag? I'm gonna pick some out. And just get like that many rocks that are really cool looking, you know? Don't try to get coral and get away with it, but certain pet stores, if you find rocks like underneath their coral displays that happen to have like a little bit of coral growing on it, they'll let you take that. You know, haggle with them. This is a fun hobby to have, and you can put their stuff in your tank, and then you're cycling their water into your tank. Okay, so it's cleaning your tank and providing the extra nutrients. All right, and all the minerals that this needs. Okay, and your coral will just start growing on its own. And you can have little hermit crabs, a little fish in there. You have all kinds of little invertebrates in there, right? And up to 2 fish, if you find like small enough fish. Like a couple of little blue chromis would do just fine in there. If you're doing those weekly water changes, you can keep 2 fish in a tank like this. If you want to do monthly water changes, and then just, by the way, the fresh water is so that as the water level drops, you can just add just a little tiny bit of water every day, right? So the salinity in the tank doesn't go up, right? As the water evaporates, the salinity goes up. Less water, more salt. Well, if you want to do it once a month, do your 1 gallon change once a month, or do half a gallon change every 2 weeks, you know, that's all it would take to keep corals or 1 fish and like hermit crabs and stuff. But you can keep a fish and corals, or 2 fish and other invertebrates, if you just Go there once a week and get a gallon of water. How hard is that? Pretty cool, huh? $57. And that's if you don't find good deals on this stuff, you know. That's 57 should be a high price, including lights, everything. You don't need to test the water. You don't need all them fancy nothing, okay? You don't even particularly need this filter. You can get a Rio Nano filter and have even better results by having protein skimming on there for $35 on eBay. You have a protein skimmer on a little tank like this, and it'll be amazing how good the corals and the rocks will start looking. And you might not even need to do water changes. You could just buy yourself some mineral supplements that the local pet store stocks, like Reef Complete by Seachem, or Essential Elements by Kent Marine, or, like I said, whatever the local pet store stocks and recommends is like a mixed supplement. And it's like vitamins, okay? It's like the raw minerals in a bottle, okay? And those raw minerals start building up the hard corals and the soft corals. Every little thing just starts growing. And you'll have little things crawl out of the rocks, crawling out of the sand. It's kind of cool. And it's, I just think it's worth getting into. So, I wanted to make this little video before I complete the documentary on the big tank setup. We just set this up in our bedroom, so this is on the little tiny table by the door now. And there's the mirror I dropped. Hey, how about that? So I'm gonna go ahead and go film something else for the big tank documentary thing, whatever the hell you want to call it. Home video gone mad. And I suggest that you go and do this, okay? And once you get your tank established just with live rock, you can find any porous rocks, any little lava type, like light brown or whitish style porous rocks, calcareous rocks, just little rock pieces. Put them in there, and they will become live rock. And then you can give them to your friends. Get some sand, and you can give them extra rocks. Or if you live by the beach, get you a little bigger version of this, okay, and start cultivating local stuff. Okay, local beneficial stuff. Because if you can make enough cultivated live rock, and if all your friends who live in your area on the beach all start doing this too, you can start building your own reefs offshore that improve the water quality for the entire planet little by little. And I'm actually talking to some people in Florida about doing exactly that on a private beach out there. So that's cool. But we'll see if that happens. But if anybody wants, I mean, you can get a 10 gallon. What size rocks do you want to have? What size of space do you have? Or you can use it just like this and go help somebody else who has a big tank and get together with a few people and put the big rocks out there, and then, you know, acclimate this tank to that water out there by wherever you live, and you can start slowly helping that water filter itself. Because live rock, I mean, the whole reason why this tank works is because live rock is a filter. In my tanks in the other room, I have sand in the bottom tank and live rock in the top tank. I have more filtration. I had more filtration on the bottom tank than I did on the top tank. But the top tank cleared up faster because it had so much live rock in it. Live rock processes waste, it processes fish shit, it processes pollution. all those extra minerals that we put in there, coralline algae can eat it up. But there's no coralline algae out there right now. It's a process that we have to take upon ourselves to help out undo the damage we've done to Mother Nature. And I don't suggest anybody buy anything but aquacultured live rock or stuff that's been, sitting in the pet store tanks for a while, just broken off pieces and stuff. And another thing that you can do that some stores will let you do is bring some dead rocks, and ask them if you can put them in their tank. And then you can go back and get those rocks after they've become live. And you can get your little pieces of rubble to establish your tank, then go get your nice rocks and put them back in there once they get cultured from their tanks. And you got the same water as the pet store, so you're doing fine, Should be minimal adjustment anytime you put anything in there. Alright, so I guess I babbled on enough for this video. Again, this is Fluval Hagen Fluval Aqua Clear and a 2-gallon tank. I am running ChemiPure in there on top of the stock foam as opposed to the normal carbon. I got little pieces of coral branch in there to keep the ChemiPure bag how I like it. Boom, $57 saltwater aquarium. And freshwater is just more boring. It's not easier. Freshwater is just as easy. I mean, just as hard. They got pH test kits and all that shit for freshwater. You can avoid all that the same way you avoid saltwater, by just, doing regular water changes in either or. And you can get distilled bottled water for your fresh water, just like you can go to the pet store and get pre-mixed, pre-nutriented, pre-planktonized salt water for your Nano tank. And they even make little Nano overflow baskets. You can make a double-decker out of these tiny tanks. It's, the possibilities are limitless. And I know a lot of people are out there looking for like a productive and peaceful way to relax and just kind of feel at one with nature for a change, as opposed to being surrounded by technology all the time. Well, here's a way you can do that. Right there. The Nano tank for $57. Rocks and sand included. Thanks, everybody. Like this video by clicking the little thumbs up button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.